Hey, hey, loves. It's your girl Kia, the creative superwoman behind at Peace Arts. You see Al's hand there on the screen, I think. Hope you're doing amazing on this. Okay. Oh, hi, Instagram. Hope you're doing amazing on this Saturday evening. I have not been live in a while. Ah, that's a lie. I wasn't live, but I did a video in a minute. And so I am about to work on a painting for a friend, the Lotus flower. And today is the lunar eclipse in Taurus. I think in Massachusetts it happened about 4:14 today. And so I was like, you know what? We're gonna jump on, do a little bit of painting, and you all see Al's hand there, the other half of At Peace Arts, and his face and arm. We gonna say hi to the people. You're not gonna show any more face. Just a corner of the face. Soon he'll be on lives too, y'all. But for now, it's just me, Jigger. Anywho, so give me any warning about moving my chair. I hope that see, man, they breaking stuff in here. Anywho, um, so yeah, I thought I would pop on and say what's up to y'all. And while I'm painting, all kind of commotion happening over here. And see how y'all are doing. Talk to me. Let's chat. So, as I said, I have not been on live often. Let me get my painting stuff so I can actually be talking and painting at the same time, which is what I need to be doing. I am working on my friend um, Lisa's masterpiece, and I'm painting the lotus, right? I'm going to go put on my phone because I want to see what you all are chatting with me about. Sometimes I can see the chat and sometimes like it doesn't like show up all the way. So I'ma just see if y'all are talking to me or not. Tell me what's good. Talk to me in the chat. Let me know if you've missed me on live. I've missed y'all. Um, it's been a whole minute. Let me make sure I'm not closing something out. Hold up. It has been a minute. I have been focused on doing all the things. Today was a oh, thank you, babe. Today was a day of creativity, which I didn't realize it was going to be a day of creativity, but it is a day of creativity, which is absolutely amazing. Hey, Kathy, thank you for showing love, giving a thumbs up. If you're watching this right now, give a thumbs up, give a heart, be like, "What's up, Kia?" Give any whatever you want to drop. I don't know, smiley face, hearts, whatever you want to drop. Say hey, because I haven't seen you in a whole minute and a half. Um, if you're on Instagram or Facebook. I usually have more people on Facebook than I do Instagram. So Instagram, you need to step it up. You need to step it up, okay? And YouTube, we're becoming friends. We're working on getting more content out for YouTube stuff because we have to do that. But anywho, um, as I was saying, it today is the lunar eclipse in Taurus. If you are an astrology buff like me, I love all things astrology, all things numerology. Um, And so it is in Taurus. I didn't get to go see it today. I was actually at a game with my daughter, which was awesome. But I thought about the thought process. So the lotus that I'm about to paint right now, that you're all going to see me paint in a little bit. The lotus flower, if you don't know about it, I had posted it the other day, and my friend was like, "I love that piece," and it sold. It's a paint party picture. It sold, and I love her. And I was like, you know what? I got you. I will paint another one for you. It's not what I do often, but I will paint another one for you. So I'm painting another one for her. So big shout outs to my girl Lisa. Love you, girl. Um, but I thought about, so the lunar, okay, let me go back a little bit. The lunar eclipse in Taurus is about thinking through your thoughts about abundance, your thoughts about um, your richness and your goals, like where you're trying to be, about earthly things. Um, it is about, let me see, hold on, I pulled something up. Um, it's almost like a closure moment though. So think about kind of the things that what you've been doing for the last 2 years. What have you been focused on for the last 2 years? Um, basically since November 19th. Was it November 19th? Oh, that's crazy. Babe, that article was like referencing November 19th. That's wild. If you know me, you know why that's significant. Uh, so the first series of eclipse started in November 19th, 2021. This is the last eclipse that's going to be in Taurus for 2 decades. Okay. So the last eclipse was in 2021. Think about what you were doing in 2021. We all know we were all in the pandemic. Okay. Let's just put it all out there. We were all in the pandemic during that time, if I'm not mistaken, right? And think back over the last 2 years and what has come up for you of anything that's surrounding that's represented by Taurus. So Taurus is like an earth sign. It is about money in abundance. It is about art or creativity, right? It is about sensuality and sensual pleasures, the thing that bring you pleasure, that your senses, those heightened spaces, maybe it's a place that you want to feel more of, and embodiment. What are you embodying? What have you been wanting to embody in the last since 2019, right? So of November 2019. So this is kind of the closeout, right? Thinking about what does it feel like right now in that space for you? Did you embody those things? Hey, Cassie, did you embody those things? Um, glad to be live again. Do you feel like you're still wanting to embody them? Uh, all that, right? And so, one of the things that I thought about as I'm creating this lotus flower and thinking about this eclipse was, what are you letting go of? So the beautiful thing about the lotus flower, you all know I have a really hard time talking and painting. So this is gonna be really interesting. Um, I'm gonna try to do this, right? Um, oh, you got it, babe? Okay. So the thought process behind the lotus. The lotus flower, as you probably know, is behind a lot of like healing modalities, yoga. Hey Nikki. Um uh but I would say mostly healing modalities, right? And so you'll see it a lot in like yoga and anything that's healing practices, things like that, if that makes sense. So the beautiful thing about the lotus flower is the thought process about renewal. And I thought about eclipses really being about kind of evaluating and things kind of really not just evaluating, but like eclipsing, like some major shifts are happening. This ain't just like full moon. This is like shifting ish, right? Moving things like in powerful ways. But in order to move things in powerful ways, one thing that I thought about was like, in order to move things in powerful ways, you really have to shift your mindset, your thought processes, right? And you may have already like in terms of this being in Taurus, you want to think about um sorry, I gotta get my stuff for painting. I really gotta paint. You want to think about like how you've already started shifting maybe, or like think about what you've already done to move into those spaces that you're trying to move into, right? So it's like eclipse is basically looking at where you've been already, where you're coming from, and where you're trying to go, and thinking about whether or not how close you are to that space. Hey Kathy, thinking about how close you are to that space, right? Like if I'm trying to do more art, did I do it? So maybe my past was that I kept procrastinating, but the future on doing more art, but my future self is basically like, nah, I'm working toward that goal, whatever that is. Maybe it's going live, whatever your thing is or was that you have been trying to work on for the last 2 years. Right now, your thought process behind that is, have you made it and has it given you more abundance, which is Taurus energy, more money? Money is not always money. I mean, abundance is not always money. Remember that. Prosperity is not always money. Sometimes it is abundance of something else. So, keeping that in mind, has it brought you to that space, right? If not, it may be about, um, sorry, y'all. I'm really trying here because we gonna do some work tonight. Um, I've actually been working all day, playing all day. I should say playing because it has been a lot of play today. And I'll show you some of those things before I get off. But yeah, but I thought about like when you have to transition, I have to wait for a second. When you have to transition into moving toward your goal and where you want to go, if it's, in terms of abundance and growth and your sensual pleasures, right? The things that just make you feel like ooey gooey, really good and like amazing inside, what do you have to let go? What are you releasing? Okay. Full moons are also about like reaping. What are you reaping, right? What are you being like, yo, I did that thing. Yes. What are you celebrating to say, like, I set my intentions and now these are the things that I'm reaping, right? Um, the thing about the lotus flower, which I think is really dope, is that the lotus flower it grows in like swampy waters, like not good water, right? It connects to the roots down under in the water, but it's like not pretty water. And then it grows, it comes up out of the water, it grows and then comes up out of the water. And when it comes out of the water's muddy, it's yuck, it's like ugh, and it's clean. So think about when you're in the mud, like you've been playing in the mud, whatever, when you were a kid. Maybe you still do now. No judgment. But you're in the mud, muddy, mucky, nasty, like all over you. And then you walk out of the mud and you're totally clean. Like to me, that flower is miraculous. And it reminds me of how when we're going through life, certain things can get tarnished and bruised and hurt. I never say broken. Shout out to my girl Luana who always like told me about that. Like it can be if it can be repaired, it's not broken. Broken is like sorry. So I always say modified. But sometimes in life we go through things that are like really hard and they bruise you and they hurt you and you're like, I'm not going that way again. And it's like, how do you come out of the water, out of the muddy water, out of the muddy situation, out of the ugly situation, still beautiful? Still maybe you learned a little more, maybe you're a little bit more uh educated on the topic, but how can you come out a little bit more beautiful? How can you still come out and be light to the world? Right? The world right now is in need of our light tremendously. It has been, and it continues to be in need of our light. So, as you are thinking about what you are reaping and the amazingness that you've done in this eclipse with this full moon, the things that you've released, right? Because you cannot come out with all of those scars on you walking out into the world. They're there and be light. You're heavy. You're the opposite of light because you have all these things, and not saying that the real life is real life, right? Let's be real here. Um, but how can you be light as you're walking out into the world? How can you be the lotus flower that's like, yeah, I was in the mud. I came from the mud. And every time I go back down, I can go back down into the mud when need be. But when I rise up, I'm beautiful. I'm light. I am encouraging. You can look at me and with this thought process of like, wow, I see light there, right? So that's what I'm thinking about as I'm creating this lotus flower. Y'all throw down hearts if I'm making sense, if this feels right for you. And also, too, if you're a stars person, you love astrology, things like that. Let me know if I'm on point with my thought process behind this. Um, that's what I'm thinking. I could be totally wrong. And you'd be like, yeah, you got it all wrong. And I'm here for I got it all wrong if I got it all wrong. But if I don't have it all wrong and you're feeling the same way, um, then holler at me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts about how that comes up for you, how that feels for you. You can inbox me too if you don't want to put it in the live. I won't share it. Um, but know that I am rooting for you in your as you continue to grow because we're growing like every single day, right? Every single day. So, yes, rooting for you in your growth. Um, it was a gorgeous day outside today here in Boston. Um, I will say that I spent a lot of it inside, not because uh, I didn't want to go out, but only because I actually was doing a lot of creating today. So yesterday and last year, like last starting last year, the year before last, y'all, right? I have been creating other stuff from my paint party masterpieces. So most of you know, if you're watching this right now and you don't know this, I am the other half of At Peace Arts, and um, so I'm the creative side, your creative guide, and I recently, what am I saying? Hold on, y'all gotta give me a second because I gotta figure out what am I doing. Hold on. Um, I just gotta make sure that I know. Sorry, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Oh no, I'm looking for something on my phone, baby. I'm good, thank you. The picture that I'm supposed to be painting right now. Sha sha sha, the lotus flower. And I'm keeping it similar to the original. Ooh, I think we have to add that one to the website. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Um, what was I saying? So yes, I think what I was saying is that I spent a majority of today creating, which is always a treat. Um, because I don't always get to do so. Ooh, I like this pink. I like this pink. This is pretty. Yep, yep. Babe, I think my camera is tilted and I don't want it to be um tilted on camera or for me to create the masterpiece and it be tilted. Can you see it tilted, babe? Okay, that's straight. No, no, it's still tilted on my end. All right, babe, can you see? Is it tilted right now? This is straight, but see how it's tilted on the screen? So right now it's straight, but see how it's tilted there? So I just need to move the camera and just move it over. That's straight. Okay. This needs to go. Tell me when it's straight. Right there. Yeah. Okay. Let me just move it over. All right, cool. Thank you. Um, so the initial one that I posted on social media before was purples. And Lisa was like, well, since you're creating it for me, could I get it to be more pinks? Yes, girl, I got you. Um, So I'm creating it to be more pinks as she requested. So this was, um, I think I was telling you all that I was super busy creating today. I got up, and then I'll tell you, well, two things. Hold on. I was super creative today, which was awesome. Bringing in a lot of that. See, the Taurus energy was talking about art, and definitely from November 2019, have been focusing. We focused a lot on creating. Like that's when Create with Kia started. Shout out to the Create with Kia regulars and ones that just joined once. I see y'all, love y'all. Um, it's been hard to keep that magic going, but we are still together and figuring that out on how we can expand that and grow it again. Just got hard with other commitments, which was sad. Um, but we're figuring it out. So, this masterpiece I posted, if you don't know already, every day, I guess this is the masterpiece of the day, but it's not for sale. Every day I have been posting a masterpiece of the day. Masterpiece of the day, and that's where this Lotus came from, the original, and then it got purchased, and I told Lisa I would make one for her. Um, and I will tell you, I do not do this all the time, but if there's one that you see up there and it's a paint party masterpiece, you can reach out and ask if it sells that um, you can purchase it or if I can repaint it. But what I was saying is, so this got posted for Masterpiece of the Day. I just had this idea of I have so much artwork in my studio that I'm like, this needs to go. Um, it's amazing, and I love having all this artwork in here, but I'm running out of space. And so I started to post Masterpiece of the Day because it's important for you all to see the work that I'm doing too. Um, because I know that you don't often see it, as well as to see all the masterpieces that are in my studio so I can get out of here. For lack of better words, I need them to go to somebody else's house. So every day I post a masterpiece, whether it is a paint party masterpiece like this one. This one is Lotus 1. There is also a Lotus 2. Um, and sometimes I also post, sorry, originals as well. Some days I post earrings. So it's a perfect way to like be able to for you all to see all the different pieces of artwork that I'm doing. Also today, so wait, sorry, before I go on, you can tell this is just impromptu, y'all. I knew I was going to talk about the lotus flower and the what do you call it, the eclipse, but now I have so much other stuff to tell you. So yes, these get posted daily. The one of them, another one that's a paint party masterpiece, actually just sold minutes ago. So if you see these up here and there, I put them up there for a good price. Any paint party masterpieces are 35 plus shipping and handling, and any originals are listed. So right now there is an original on paper that I think is going for 150 if I'm not mistaken. Good deals on some art, some beautiful artwork. Oh, this flower is everything right now. Yes. Oh, this flower is dope. I'm feeling it. Okay, let me get myself together. Oh my gosh. Lisa, thank you for asking for it in pink. I love it in pink. Um, so yes, if you see masterpiece of the day and you're like, I want that, grab it because sometimes I can remake it, and other times I just happen to I have some space in my calendar where I can do this, but I cannot always remake. The thought process is like to get it out of the studio as is. Uh, this is just a super special one, and a good challenge because you wanted the pink. which is always awesome. I love a challenge. So, woke up this morning and last night was actually researching more how to turn my artwork into notebooks, right? So, excuse me, my daughter's texting me. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Mama duties. Um, so I've been researching this for a minute, y'all, on trying to turn my earrings, not earrings, my gracious, my artwork into notebooks. I love a notebook. I love a good notebook. It's bad. Like the addiction is pretty bad, but I love it. And I've wanted to turn my artwork into notebooks for a minute, and I made a few and did a few, but they just weren't what I wanted them to be. I felt like they weren't sturdy enough, and I want it to be like a notebook that is not too big, but not too small, but feels right. And so, daggone, Hansel and Gretel. Is it Hansel and Gretel? No. What's that? Not too big, not too small, just right. What fairy tale is that from? I'm testing. Ow, let's see. What's it from, babe? Do 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 do. Don't type it. Do not Google it. You were Googling it, weren't you? I knew he was Googling it. Yes, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Um, but oh, what was I telling y'all? I don't forgot what I was telling y'all. I don't remember. Oh, I'm putting you on my phone. Sorry. So, hey, what was I just talking about? Just right. Not too big, not too small, just right. Oh, the notebooks, the notebooks. I'm back. I'm back. So, I've been wanting to create notebooks um that feature or have my artwork on them. Basically like taking my masterpieces like I do the earrings and making them into notebooks, and it's just been really difficult to do so. Either it just doesn't work out, or doesn't look right, or it wasn't like sturdy enough. I think that's what I was saying. Yeah, it wasn't sturdy enough. And so last night, for some reason, I was like, I gotta figure this out. You ever have that idea that you're like, it won't leave you alone until you figure it out? That's what these notebooks have been. Is like, I'm not going anywhere until you figure out um how to do this. And so I stayed up a little bit last night, falling asleep on my phone for sure. Um, and I got up this morning and started like laying some stuff out, right? Yo, Al was like, I know you were talking about it last night. I didn't think you were gonna do it today. I'm like, you know better. You know how I operate. You know that if it's in my brain right now, it's going to happen. So yes, so I have figured it out. And I'm going to, after this live, I will post the notebook. Also, just giving y'all some updates since I haven't been live. One of the dopest things that has happened this week, or last week maybe, I think it's this week though. So you all have seen me doing the earrings, and usually I'm like, you got to inbox me, and then I can send you a link, blah, 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 blah. Well, the magic that is Al, aka Mr. At Peace, DJ Al, however you know him. Um, he made it possible so that now the earrings are on the website, the planner is on the website. As soon as you go up under products, right? You can see the earrings, you can see the planner, and you can see the masterpieces that are up. Like, so any masterpieces of the day that I post are all there, y'all. It's so dope. It's so dope. I am excited about that because that is something that we've been talking about for a little bit. But, stuff happens and you're like, oh, shoot, we're supposed to do that. And then you don't. And then again, stuff happens. So, yes, if you go on to @peacearts.com, the word the word peace like peace on earth, the word arts with an S, um, you will see products and then you'll get to see the masterpieces that were posted daily as well as and they start off at 35, so as I said, super duper affordable to get some artwork from at Peace Arts into your home. um, so yeah, that's all the stuff that we've been working on this week. um, I think, but I just really wanted to get on and really share with you all and think about like what this eclipse means for you. What have you manifested? Celebrate that, right? Celebrate the thing that you've manifested that you didn't think you might be able to do, right? And maybe you knew you could do it and you're like, "Yeah, I knew I had this." That's what's up. I'm here for that magic and confidence too. Right? What have you embodied? What have you walked into the world and said, or how have you walked out into the world and claimed your prosperity, claimed your abundance, claimed your light? How have you done that? Um, so you can tell me as you're watching this, whenever that feels right. I am not going to stay long. Thank you, Kathy, the three bears. Al had it too. Most definitely, if you're watching this after and you're working on something, you're working on releasing something, or you're realizing in this season, ooh, I released that, or I brought in more abundance in this space, whatever that is, you can tell me in the chat. You can also inbox me and let's chat for a little bit about what you're working on, what you manifested, how you're manifesting that. And I'm going to go and finish this masterpiece because I need to finish it tonight. So I know that it's moved off of my plate because I have a few other things that are on my plate. Um, but I just wanted to hop on. We will be live more often, chilling and talking with you all about different topics. So if you have a question or have a topic you want to chat about, let us know in the comments. Um, but until then, sending you an overflowing abundance of love, laughter, and so much peace. I hope I get to paint with you all soon. Me and Al would love to paint with you all very, very soon, either in person or virtual. So until then, continuing to send you amazingness, love, and light. Bye.